Westray, the Queen of the Isles, the most northwesterly of Orkney's islands. Its shores are battered by the full force of the Atlantic Ocean, but below the waves lies a vibrant ecosystem with a dazzling array of marine life. The Knoop Head Cliffs are found at the most westerly tip of Westray. Knoop is Old Norse for steep headland. The cliffs drop 76 metres vertically down to the sea and continue downwards another 40 metres into the watery depths below. Knoop Head is a place where the power of the ocean meets the land. It is full of energy and full of life. Wind-blown waves and ocean swell form far out to sea crash relentlessly into Knoop Head. During storms, waves approaching the coast steepen and curl into breaking surf as they collide with the cliffs and rock shelves. In the largest winter storms, waves just offshore can reach over 20 metres in height before thundering into the coastline. The seaweeds and shoreline animals that live here have adapted to weather the force of the waves. They thrive in the chaotic mixture of water, bubbles and foam that surges along these energetic coastlines. Seals also dart through the surf and haul out to rest on the shelving rocks nearby. High above the turbulent waters of the coastline, a vertical seabird city is perched on the cliffs. Every year, tens of thousands of seabirds crowd together on these precipitous walls to lay their eggs and rear their young. Knoop Head itself holds one of the largest seabird colonies in Orkney, where guillemot, razorbill, kittiwake, puffin and gannet are the most common species. Although the gannets only arrived at Knoop Head in 2003, their population is thriving. These majestic birds glide effortlessly through the air, travelling to and from the colony in search of food. When the gannets spot their prey, they wheel into spectacular vertical dives, plunging into the water and swimming to catch fish below the surface. At the foot of the cliffs, underwater life flourishes. The kelp sways perpetually in the swash of the waves, creating a protective canopy for a multitude of animals and plants, including brightly coloured sponges and sea squirts. These three-dimensional forests have been likened to coral reefs because of the huge amount of biodiversity they support. Diving deeper, the kelp forest gives way to communities of low-growing red seaweeds and encrusting animals. Space is at a premium, and each organism must compete for shelter and food in these productive waters. Everywhere you look, a colourful mosaic of species carpets the rock. Many species are filter or selective feeders, collecting food particles from the passing seawater, using tentacles or mesh-like arms. A conspicuous example is the dead man's fingers, a close relative of sea anemones. Other species, like the solitary Devonshire cup corals, are harder to spot. On this rock face, a grey elephant hide sponge and delicate light bulb sea squirts have become established on the rock. Elsewhere, a dahlia anemone sits amongst the aptly named baked bean sea squirts. Hunting, foraging and scavenging animals, such as this grazing Bloody Henry starfish, are able to take advantage of the abundance of life at the foot of the cliffs. This edible or brown crab, known as a parton locally, is also on the lookout for food, as is this lobster. But on the subsea cliffs of Knoop Head, there is plenty to share. The vibrant biodiversity of the Newphead Cliffs make them an inspiring place. Visitors can watch the function of the ecosystem play out in front of their eyes. While the sights and sounds of the seabird city are hard to ignore, beneath the waves the cliffs are equally spectacular and full of life.